195 countries of the world. Looking to relocate to one of them? United Kingdom, United States of America, Canada, Australia, Africa. Okay, we'll find out. Yeah. Relocate to any country of your choice. When I say any country, I mean United Kingdom, United States of America, Canada, Australia, Malta, New Zealand, Turkey, Istanbul. I mean, any country of your choice. Everybody right now is looking for ways to japa out of their country. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, that's very lovely, Charlie. Right, let's dive right into today's topic.
My foot, my hope, all my sorrows, all my struggles, all my hopes. What will I do? I can't even resist. Oh my God, if it doesn't from, oh my God.
If this sounds like you, get in here, let's dive right into it. This is a disclaimer. I am not an immigration advisor. I am not an immigration lawyer. I am not an immigration expert. I only made this video based on my research and based on my personal experience or experiences of one of my friends or family members, and that is why I have pulled this video together based on popular demands on people who have asked me personal questions. But one thing you want to do before you leave your country or relocate or migrate to any country of your choice is to start gathering your document. A lot of people reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook and they're like, oh, I want to leave my country, I would like to relocate, I would like to migrate to United States of America, I would like to Canada, and they don't even have their international passports. I don't understand. How is that magic going to happen? Do you think you're going to take a bus or a keke napep from your country? You're going to use a bus and just take a ride from your respective country straight to Australia? No, it doesn't work like that. So the number one thing you want to do is to gather your documents. And when I talk about gathering your documents, the number one most important document you need to get is your international passport. Now, your international passport is like your gateway to going to any country of your choice, even if it's Antarctica. If you don't have your international passport, you cannot leave the shores of your country. I'm afraid. Sorry, you can't. So check out my description box, or you can send me a message on any of the social media platforms, or you get to drop a comment in the comment section. I would leave a link in the description box on where you can apply for your international passport. The next thing you want to do is, after getting your international passport, you want to get your transcript. So either you're going to any of these countries to work or to school, majority of them will be needing your transcript. What's a transcript? A transcript is a document that gives a record of your education, of your tertiary education, all the hours you've spent based on the course you studied in your tertiary institution. So this is just like a summary of all your educational background, your tertiary educational background, and this is usually offered by the school. This is very, very important because these organizations, they are going to be needing your transcript to help you and to ease off your relocation. So make sure you find out from your educational institution on how you can go about applying for a transcript. Without having your transcript, you might not be able to move on to the next step. Another document you also want to look into putting together is your statement of results. Now, based on popular demand, for individuals from the West African countries, Nigeria as an instance, you will need your statement of results like your WAEC certificate, your original WAEC certificate. You also need statement of results like your NECO results as well, your original certificates. So most of these organizations or most of these institutions that are abroad, they do not, and I repeat, they do not accept soft copies of your results Even if they accept the soft scanned copies of your results, by the time you arrive in that country, they will ask you to provide all your original documents. Imagine after going through the hassle and bustle of the whole relocation process, and by the time you get to that country, you can't even provide your original certificates. They're gonna fling you back to where you're coming from. Sorry. Your international passport, get your transcript ready, get your statement of results, and also get all your original certificates. Depending on the course you studied, if you studied engineering in the university, you want to make sure you have your original document stating from the university that yes, you are licensed to practice as an engineer and anyone in any part of the world can employ you. This is the actual course you actually studied and you've undergone training to be able to practice as an engineer. Likewise, this is also applicable to individuals in the health sector or in the medical sector. If you're a doctor, you want to have your original medical certificate stating that you are licensed to practice as a medical doctor in your country and in any other respective country abroad as well. Also to nurses out there, so if you're practicing as a nurse, you want to look into visiting your regulatory body, which is the NMC, the Nursing and Midwifery Council of your respective country, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, or any country you're in, for them to be able to provide you with your original certificates. And then here's one tip, guys. Do not, in capital letters, do not laminate your original documents. You will thank me later. The best part you can do is you can find or buy a translucent film and insert all your original documents in it just to protect it. But please and please, do not laminate your original document. Make sure you make scanned copies or photocopies of all your original documents. Scan all your original documents to your email. You can store them in Google Drive, or you can store them in any of your emails as well, or flash drive, just in case of eventualities, as well as make sure you keep properly and save all your original documents, because that is your passport and that is your gateway to live in your country. Another very important document you'll also be needing as well is your references. Now, the people you're applying to, either the institution, if you're relocating to school, or if you're relocating to work, these people don't know you. They don't know you. They've never seen you before. They're not sure if you're a fraud or anything. So the only way to prove that, yes, you're actually true to what you say, or you are actually a legit person, shall I use that slang, is by asking for your references. So we need two separate references. One would be an academic reference and another one would be an also professional reference as well. A reference in relation to the job you're applying for. So if you're applying practice or to relocate to practice as a medical doctor abroad, or if you're relocating to practice as an engineer or in the accounts field, or as a lawyer or as a barrister, any course of your choice, we'll be needing a reference, somebody that will reference you in relation to the profession that you studied. And the second reference they'll be needing as well is an educational reference. An educational reference could be your lecturer, any of your teachers, any of your course director, any of these educational persons, or your mentor as well. Any of these educational persons can reference you. So it's one tip, guys. So make sure you start establishing good rapport with those people so that when the time comes, they can refer you with ease and they can give good reference of you to this organization that you're going to work, or to the institution that you're going to school as well. Point number 2, choosing the country you would like to study. Now, does this sound like you? Oh, I want to visit United States. I think I'm gonna like United States. I'm gonna visit United States. But the killing and shooting in the country is too much. They are shooting a lot of people. People are dying. Everybody has a gun. No, I'm gonna change my mind now. Alright then, let's try United Kingdom. Where's United Kingdom? There it is. United Kingdom. No. They're going to bore you with tax. Ha! If they knock you with tax like this, you will run for your life. Ha! Oh. I'm just gonna change my mind again. Right, let's go all the way to Australia. Australia! I think I'm gonna love it. It's like an island. It's far away from all the countries. You just said it yourself. It's far away. It's very, very far. It's very, very far from your country. Far from where? Far from where exactly? Where exactly is it far from? See, Australia is too far. And those guys, it be like, see, it's like racism is too much there. Oh, I'm just gonna try another country. I'm tired. Right, let's try Canada. Canada. Huh? I can't wait to visit Canada. Canada. Let's go to Canada. Canada? Did you just say Canada? Canada is so cold. Canada is freezing. Where's my jacket? Don't come to Canada. Canada is so cold. Minus 20 degrees. So where exactly is the perfect place? I'm so confused right now. You guys just confused me. UK, US, Canada, Australia.
2,000 years later.
I think I'm just gonna end in China. Bye. Guys, don't listen to these people. The number one major step you need to take is deciding on the country you want to go to. There's no perfect country. One country has perk over the other country. One country has better options than another. So it depends on individual choices. Next step you need to put into consideration is choosing the country you would like to visit. Now, there are many factors you need to put into place into deciding the next country or the country of choice. The number one factor I think you would like to put into place is, do you know anybody in this country? Don't swallow me yet. There are reasons why I feel you need to know some persons or at least an individual in the country you're going to. In case of emergencies, assume you fall sick or something urgent happened to you in an emergency situation, you don't have your family over there. Your family are back in your home country. If you don't know anybody there, who is going to come and help you, to come to your aid? I know you can always make new friends, you can always meet new people, but it would be a good idea as well if you know one or two persons prior to going to that particular country, just to be on the safer side. Because there are also some organizations that when you go to work for them or you go to school in a particular institution, they ask for an emergency contact number. And this emergency contact number has to be somebody that is actually residing in that country. Maybe you just want to choose a country based on if you have somebody there or not. We'll find out if that's the only factor you should put into place. Another factor you want to put into consideration as well is the settlement scheme. Now, various countries comes with various settlement scheme. I am not a relocation advisor. I am not an immigration officer. Neither am I an immigration advocate. I'm just making this video to help guide people out there and then also to assist people that have approached me and asked me a lot of questions pertaining relocation. Settlement scheme. What the settlement scheme means, there are particular countries that it might take you longer to get a residence permit or permanent residency to stay in a particular country. So you want to do your thorough research if you're putting this factor into consideration. For some people that have families, they might look into going to countries that has shorter permanent residency, or if you're staying in that particular country for a long time, some other persons might have different tastes as well. So different tastes for different folks, isn't it? For example, for instance, some persons might go to Canada and then within 6 months, they get a permanent residency. Do not quote me on this. I only know a particular individual that went to Canada and got their residence permit in 6 months, their permanent residency, and then they started working towards citizenship. they went to this country based on a work route, not a student route visa. So things might have changed from what it used to be, or the person must have known somebody that knows somebody that helped. I have no idea. That's the more reason why you need to go out there and do the research for yourself. Don't believe what everybody tells you on the internet, because people lie on the internet as well. So do your thorough research, listing out these factors into consideration. Another factor you want to put into consideration is to ask yourself, the course you're going to study in that country, course you studied in your country that you are going to be practicing in the country you would like to relocate to, is it a course that the career path, there's career progression for that course? Something that is actually trending? Is it a course that you will be happy as well? There are certain courses that pave more ways than the other in particular country. We're giving an example with IT, for instance. There are people that studied IT and then the course might trend in Canada over Australia, or vice versa. Another instance of medical doctors. So maybe, just maybe, practicing as a medical doctor in Australia will give you more career progression than practicing as a medical doctor in the United States of America. That is just an example. I'm not saying that is actually what happens, but that is an example of something you need to look out for as well. Make your research. If the course you actually studied is a course that will give you career progression in the particular country you're going into. If it's not a course, if the course you studied isn't something that will give you good career progression or good career specs for your country of choice, then you might want to look into maybe switching courses or taking an advanced course that will help you or assist you in switching professions or switching courses so that you can be able to migrate to the country of your choice. Goal is working smart, not working hard. Tip here would be whether you're going to study in the country of your choice. So if you're going there the study route, or if you're going under the work route, my advice would be to study a course that will give you a permanent job so that you can be able to live and then continue staying in that country of your choice. Thank me later. Another factor as well you want to put into consideration while choosing the country of your choice is the currency. So there are some currencies that thrive better than the other. Currencies that when you earn in that currency, a lot of living maybe reduces or goes high as well. It goes down back to you to be able to do your research. So make sure you do your thorough research. You can check on YouTube. You can go on LinkedIn, ask questions with people that has successfully relocated. Go on YouTube and make your research as well. You can also check out search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo as well. And see that your earning in as well also plays a role in the country that you're relocating to. So you just might want to check that out. Ask yourself, if I'm earning my salary in this currency, will I be happy? Will I be living large as I expect to be? Ask yourself these questions and then make out your plans and always keep working smart. Another factor you want to put into consideration is the distance from that country to your home country. Some people, this might not be a problem as they can fly in any day, anytime from whichever country they are to their respective home countries. Besides, you don't travel every time to your home country. How many times in a year do you think you're going to travel to your home country? So this is not a very, very crucial factor, but for some people this matters if they have their elderly parents, or if they have siblings back home, or if they have their kids back home. This might be a crucial factor to look into as well. So if there's an emergency or something urgently happens, is there a possibility where you can take an urgent flight back to your home country, or you have to take hours to be able to board a plane just to go back to your home country? Like I said, for some people, this might not be a huge factor, as this is not a problem, but for some other persons, you just might also want to put this into consideration as well. Get a finance plan as well. Let me tell you something.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
Maybe that you want to start your relocation plan and you don't put a financial plan into play. You're waiting for manna to fall from above or God to make a miracle to happen. Really? Really a good option. You want to put your finance plan into check. You want to ask yourself, how much is going to cost? How much will it cost for me to be able to successfully relocate either by study or by work to this particular country? Is it something you need to set a financial target? Is it something that you need to save? So you need to be disciplined enough to be able to save a particular amount and then set your targets to know how long it's going to get you to save that money. Not making empty promises to people already overseas that they should lend you money so that later you'll be able to pay them back the money. I'm not saying you shouldn't do this. Of course, you might be close to some particular people who will want to give you assistance, but do not always rely on this. Make sure you also work very hard from your end as well. So irrespective of whether anybody assists you or not, you're also on the right track to be able to support yourself and successfully relocate to your country of choice. Another tip to help people that will be relocating to study, you might also want to streamline schools. So you want to streamline affordable schools that have affordable fees as well. And the residential area of those schools are affordable residential areas where you can live comfortably without breaking the bank or without spending all your money. So make sure you do your thorough research, find out the particular schools that offer cheap accommodation and cheap fees as well to be able to save you cost and time. Making the plans of choosing your country of choice, the number 3 step you need to look into is choosing the university you would like to study, or choosing the workplace as well, the course you studied, or based on your specialty. So different things work for different people. So you just might want to decide on the university of choice. Not all universities in these various countries offer architecture. There are some universities that focus solely on medical students only, while there are some that focus solely on maybe agriculture, architecture, or estate management. So you want to do your thorough research to find out which universities offer the course I would like to study, and then make your choice as well. Make sure you also have option B as well, just in case your first university of choice do not offer you the course. You might then want to alter for your second choice as well. This is also applicable if you're applying to work. So there are certain organizations where they offer or they employ people based on the course that you studied. Apart from applying to jobs to those workplaces, you just might also want to have a backup plan as well, so that you don't start from the scratch in case those organizations give excuses as to why they want to relocate you. Then you know that you have an option B as well. Another option for students as well is to look out for scholarships. So there are many scholarships out there. Yes, scholarships still exist. I know tons of people who left the country I used to reside in before, all based on scholarship. So yes, scholarships still exist. So you just might want to do your research as well on scholarships that are offered in these various respective countries, based on the course you studied or based on the course you want to study as well. Do your thorough research, ask questions, and work very smart. The next step you want to take is preparing your application letter. If you're applying to study in a particular institution, you want to put together your application letter to be able to forward to your school of choice, to your country of choice, to your school of choice at this point in time. It's in your application letter. Or if you're applying to work, if you're applying for a job, you want to start putting together your curriculum vitae. That's your CV, which contains all your history of your educational history, your professional history, as well as your references. So make sure you tailor your CV accordingly and make sure it is a quality CV as well. Message me on Instagram or feel free to message me on any of the social media platform if you need assistance with this. I know 1 or 2 persons that help people tailor their CV as well. Also find out if there are individuals that assist people in their application letters as well. Feel free to drop me a message on either Instagram, or you can leave a comment in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help. Or if I know anyone that can assist you, I will forward you to them so that they can be of assistance to you as well. So make sure you put your CV properly and make sure you type your application letter properly. If you want to drop applying for the job, or after dropping your application letter for the school, you will be offered a COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship, or a CAS, which is a CAS, respectively, for either a job or if you're applying to study overseas. After applying for the job, or after dropping your application letter and this is successful, the next step you want to take is to go ahead to start applying for your visa. Check this out, make some research as well based on the country you'll be visiting. So you want to visit the consular of that particular country, which is in your country. Let's take, for instance, you want to apply to school in Canada. So you want to visit the Canada consular, which is in your country. If you're residing in Ghana, you want to go to the Canada consular in Ghana, which is the Canada office in Ghana, to make your visa application to Canada so that this can be processed as well. Each applicable to every country that you would like to visit, and then all you have to do is go to the visa office of that respective country, of the country you want to relocate to that is residing in your country, so that you can be able to process your papers and make sure that everything is in check. Don't leave anything to chance. Don't say manna will fall from above. Don't say God will do a new thing, my friend. The number 6 step, or the next step you want to look into after successfully applying for your visa and your visa is successfully granted, is finding an accommodation. So leaving a link in the description box that can guide you to where you can find accommodation in these respective countries. Please feel free to send me a message on Instagram at Lisa Tony King, and if I'm able to help you, I can help you, or I can make my research and then reply your question if it is something I have an answer to. Find out where you are going to be staying. Are you going to be staying in the institution hostel, or if you are applied to work, will your work organization be providing an accommodation for you for a particular period of time? Most often than not, yes, they will provide an accommodation for you. But in cases where they don't provide accommodation for you, you need to make your research as well as to where you're going to be staying. Make sure it's an affordable place. You don't want to just arrive in a particular country and start spending all your money without settling in properly. The next step you want to put into consideration after deciding on the country you would like to visit, sending in your application, successfully passing your application, applying for your visa, you've been granted a visa, sorting out your accommodation. After successfully sorting out your accommodation, you know you have somewhere to stay. Then at this point in time, you can book your flight. See ya, Japan, America, yeah, sure, Canada, West, United Kingdom, Australia. The Lord has done something good. Eh, Japan, Japan. Yes guys, so at this point in time you want to look for cheap flight deals. This is the point in time where I feel you should book your flight, because you've gotten every other thing on the list sorted. So you want to look out for cheap flight deals based on the country you would be visiting. Preferably, if you'll be going to that country for the first time and you don't know anybody, I suggest you book a direct flight, because when you book a direct flight, you know you're just leaving your country of origin straight to the country of destination, and then you find your way down to your accommodation. If you book a connecting flight and you're flying alone, the chances are you might be knackered, or you just might not know where you are going, and then you might miss your next flight that is taking you to the main country. Village people at work, you don't want any of this. But most of the times a connecting flight is always cheaper than booking a direct flight, so it all boils down to individual preference. But like I said, based on my suggestion, I suggest you book a direct flight straight to the country you'll be visiting, especially if the country is very, very far. But if you'll be traveling in group with other persons, then you might want to save some bucks to your pocket and book a connecting flight to that country, because you have other people tagging along on the trip as well. So there is no way any of you will get missing. If you are still watching my videos up to this point, it means you find value in the content I make. Please, I would like to crave your indulgence to please smash the subscribe button, give a thumbs up. Could you please like this video, share to your friend or any of your family members you think this video will help. This video might just help somebody out there. You just might save a life. Thank you so much. I hope with these few steps of mine, you have been convinced and you've not been confused on a step-to-step guide on all the information and processes that you be required if you would like to study abroad, or you would like to work abroad, or you would like to relocate to study or to work abroad. I wish you all the best out there. To remind you that your dreams are valid. There's nobody stopping you. Your only hindrance is you. So stop hindering yourself. Go out there and achieve your dreams. For those people who would not like to relocate, of course, relocation does not promise wealth. Relocation does not promise money or happiness. There are some people that are more than content with where they are in their respective countries. I wish you all the best, but please don't hinder other people out there from finding opportunities out there, that are life-changing opportunities that can help them and also to assist their family and friends as well. Home will always be home. I hope that does not send a wrong message. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to share this video, like this video, and please subscribe for more lovely content coming your way. I'll be inviting lots of people to come and share their experiences on the channel. Also, based on the countries I'll be visiting, I'll try as much as I can to make more research on the various countries I would be privileged to visiting, and I'll come to share it with you lovely people. If you want to receive the notification first, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be able to see my video first. Until next time, bye.